must be time for our weekly chat and channel update. Micah, the kitchen table is neither a bed nor a seat. Please sit in a chair. Sorry, still have to be a mom. Okay, so we'll get started by, I had a couple of questions. I had one question in particular I want to address, and then I had several of you ask me the same question or two, and I want to address those as well. So I had Janella4561 asked me, what do I use the Fiore Di Sicillia for? Well, let me grab it. And for those of you who haven't seen that, I don't know if there's any of you, Fiore Di Sicillia. This is a flavoring agent that I get from King Arthur Flour. It is like heaven in a bottle, baby. And this stuff is like magic. You use very little of it, and I use it in all kinds of baked goods. Anything that you want to add a little citrus twist to. I put this in my orange, my pineapple cream cheese braid. I put this in my scones. I put this in my glaze icing. When I want to glaze something, I put it in the glaze for my cinnamon rolls. I also put it in the glaze for the raisin biscuits that I recently made. Anything you really want to put a little extra oomph to, go ahead and put 1/8 of a teaspoon. That's really all you need. When I made my white chocolate and cranberry scones, I put that right in the dough. It is an amazing flavor enhancer. It's not an enhancer, it's a flavoring. And it is just fabulous. It's like this wonderful combination of vanilla and orange and lemon, and it's a little bit floral, and there are so many different flavor tones to it. I'm not kidding you. I highly recommend that you try and get a bottle. I've put links on several videos that I've used it in. Fiore Di Sicillia is imported from Italy. It is amazing, and you can only get it, to the best of my knowledge, from King Arthur Flour Company, which is kingarthurflour.com, and it's Fiore Di Sicillia, and it will be under their extracts and flavorings in their baking section. This is a 4-ounce bottle. They have a 1-ounce bottle. The 1-ounce bottle is like $5 or $7, something like that. This 4-ounce bottle is $20. So ounce for ounce, this is your better deal. So I've had this bottle for 2 years. I have used less than 1/4 of it, and I think this is an excellent buy. So give it a try. And while you're over there, check out their other fantastic products. I am not paid to talk about King Arthur Flour. I am not sponsored by King Arthur Flour, and I am not endorsed by King Arthur Flour. I am just a die-hard King Arthur fan. I use all their flours, their bread flour, their all-purpose flour, their wheat flour, their white wheat flour. I use all of their products, like their dough enhancers and their flavorings. They just have fabulous stuff, and they have fabulous bakeware, and they have really good sales. And if you go on over there right now, you can get all kinds of ideas for your holiday baking. So we'll stop extolling the virtues of King Arthur Flour for now and move on. A lot of you were really had a lot of positive responses to my bath tea bags that I made this week. And when I mentioned that this was going to be the last personal care item, a lot of you said, boo, we want more. So I shouldn't have said that, because to tell you the truth, I actually did another video for fizzing bath salts the same night that I made the bath tea bags. But I had put the fizzing bath salts in a sealed jar after I made them, and when I woke up on Sunday morning, I had put the jar on my dresser. It had erupted, and there's citric acid and sea salt in that, and it just had made a little bit of a mess on my dresser. And I thought, well, I can't upload this video because I can't tell you people to make this and then have it explode, and it'll just be a big disappointment. So I had made that, and then when I made the bath tea, I said this is my last personal care item. But turns out that you have had some other requests that were really great ideas, so I've explored those ideas, and I'm going to take it a step further. I'm actually going to do a Prepper's Pantry personal care item, and I'm going to do an oatmeal bath. I'm going to do an oatmeal bath tea and an oatmeal bath powder itself. And it is entirely from food storage, and it is just going to be a hoot to do, because who'd have thought, Prepper's Pantry, and you have everything in your pantry already. If you're a prepper and have all these items on hand, you're going to be able to make this, and even in a dire situation, we can make something nice and give it as a gift. So I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. I also found this fabulous, fabulous recipe for a lip balm that you make out of Vaseline or petroleum jelly and a really top secret flavoring agent, and it'll blow you away when I make it. So let's see. And I keep doing this. I notice on the video as I keep doing this, I play with my hair. It's like some nervous thing. So just ignore that. I'm sorry. I'm very self-conscious of it. I don't know why. Videos that we uploaded this week, we did the Prepper's Pantry rotation and storage spoilage video. Had a lot of really great responses to that. And to those of you who asked me, yes, I investigated the possibility that it could have been another can above or next to that chute that I keep the large soup cans in. My rotator is clean. I took everything out of the chute above it, next to it, and next to it. Nothing. I'm just calling it some freakish weird thing with that particular can. It may have been the glue discoloring or whatever, but nothing else in my rotator is damaged or ruined. There's no leakage. There's no running mess or nothing. So we're just going to call it some weird occurrence. Chalk it up to that. We also did the red velvet brownies, and I tell you, you've got to try those. They're fantastic. But leave one of those eggs out of it and put cream cheese frosting on it, because I think that you'll really be happy with that. Cinnamon raisin biscuits, and I went ahead and I did the glaze icing separately because I thought, if somebody's looking for that, then I don't want to mash it up with something else. I'm really trying to be very conscious of not putting more than one thing per video, because then if you're only looking for one thing, then you don't want to have to go through a whole recipe you're not really interested in to find the one thing you are interested in. We did pasta fagioli, and we did the aromatherapy tea, and we did Micah's birthday dinner tuna casserole. So thank you very much for watching and commenting and interacting with me. I really appreciate it. I love the communication that I have with all of you, and I love the fact that you're coming today. The tuna casserole video, we really got a lot of good responses, a lot of responses in general, and I would like to thank you all for watching my videos, because without you, what's the point? So I also want to update you. It is the beginning of November. The holidays are fast approaching. We've got Thanksgiving coming up in 3 weeks. Dare I say it. And then Christmas another 4 weeks after that. So we've got 7 weeks to get ready for some things. And probably most of us, if you're like me, our wallets are a little thin this year. And prices are a little high this year. So we're going to be doing a little creative gift giving this year, and I think that together we can all figure some really great things out, and it won't ever feel like anybody was deprived. Keep your eyes peeled, because pretty soon I will be uploading our 2011 Vanilla Bean giveaway. There will be more than one Vanilla Bean prize this year, and possibly a prize of spices. I will be giving away more than 1 pound of vanilla beans. And we're going to come up with a different set of rules this year. You must be a subscriber prior to me uploading the video. And I think I may have a requirement other than just leaving a comment in order to qualify for the contest. Because I want to see what you guys love to do when you use vanilla. So I'm working that out, and once I get it all worked out, we're gonna help, and we're gonna bring that to you. Micah's holding something up in the background because she wants me to mention it too. I think I mentioned that I started to get into couponing. This much. Couponing makes my brain explode. It confuses me. I'm not good at math, and it kind of is overwhelming. Now, I really like watching that show, Extreme Couponing. I also understand that in no reality situation am I going to be like those people who do that. But my oldest daughter, Molly, had expressed a desire to perhaps try and do the couponing. So I'm like, all right. So we started doing the coupon. We got the coupons. I had a giant pile of coupons. I had a few envelopes full of coupons that we cut out and all of that. Huh? Yeah, well. So I brought home a binder from my office, and come here. I brought home a binder. This is my daughter Micah. I don't know if any of you have seen her. This is Micah. Hi. We brought home a binder from my office, and I bought these. And I think maybe those of you who do this, but we bought some of these trading card sleeves. So I said, if you want to do it, you do it. So Sunday night and Monday, the girls didn't have to go to school on Monday because it was a teacher work day. So they sat at this kitchen table together. It's the nicest they've been to each other for like ever. And they organized it all. And I didn't tell them how to do it. I didn't tell them what to do. I just told them, you do it, you figure it out. So I'm really kind of excited about that because it gives them a little bit of purpose, and then we're going to all learn together. And then when I go shopping, they're going to have to come with me, and we're going to have to kind of figure it out and how to do the stacking and how to really get the most out of those coupons. So that really wasn't on my list, but I wanted to share that with you because I was really excited about that. Okay, so, along with that vanilla bean giveaway, you know what? I am really fast approaching 5,000 subscribers, and I am really excited about that. I had one of my subscribers contact me not too long ago, and he has a website called buylighters.com, and he asked me if I would be interested in showing and giving away a kitchen torch, like a mini kitchen torch. So we worked that out. He sent me a kitchen torch to give away, and we're going to be giving that away as a prize. And Rick is reaching for it right now so I can show it to you.
You pat the dog.
Oh, it's called a Fujima. It's a kitchen blowtorch, and we're going to be giving this away once I hit 5,000 subs, and we're going to be doing some really fun recipe with this. Rick, incidentally, really likes these little kitchen torches. In fact, he likes them so much that the last one I had, he broke. So he dropped it. You know what he was doing with it? What were you doing with it, honey?
Lighting the grill.
He was lighting the grill.
They were great.
It's a creme brulee torch, or meringue torch, or culinary torch. He was lighting the grill with it. So that just goes to show you, it's a multitasker.
You better get two.
We like multitaskers. So if you're going to buy one of these, buy one for yourself, buy another one for your husband, and put in his Christmas stocking because they're very affordable and they're really very useful, and they work off of butane. But anyway.
And refillable.
And they are refillable. Unlike some of those, expensive $5 disposable lighters that you buy in the store. I mean, if I could refill them, it wouldn't hurt so bad. But anyway, I digress. Videos that are going to be coming up this week. We have a fabulous Prepper's Pantry coming tomorrow, which will be Friday. And it is a cheeseburger macaroni skillet. Yes, folks, I did my own hamburger helper from food storage. And I have to tell you, it is freaking awesome. I'm going to do a basic buttercream icing, which is my mother's recipe, and some of you may know or have heard me say that my mother used to be a pastry chef, so this will be her basic buttercream, because I am in the process of working out a cake pop recipe that I like. I haven't gotten my centers quite right, but I'm working on it right now. I'm going to do how to make sour cream, a Noreen's homestead, because I saw my friend Bev, the Mrs. Volfe, at my half-acre homestead. She was doing some recipes, and then I happened to say, did you know you can make your own sour cream? Because she was talking about how she keeps her buttermilk going, and so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do a video, because when I did my raisin biscuits, I ended up with a cup of buttermilk left over, and I didn't really want to put that back in the fridge, because sometimes the bottle gets pushed to the back of the fridge, and you forget about it, and, it is what it is. So, anyway, sorry. So we did our magic, and we did a video, and we just finished it up today before we made this one. So the next time I upload after the Prepper's Pantry, you'll get to see how I made this fabulous creme fraiche sour cream. You're going to love it. We're going to do our vanilla bean giveaway. We're going to redo the fizzing bath salts so they don't explode on you like they did on me. And we're going to do oatmeal bath tea and tea bags. So, wow. That was exhausting. And I am going to continue. Last week we read from Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten by Robert Fulghum. I'm going to read from this again. And it is a very short one this week. But this one, every time I read it, it makes me cry a little, because I think it's so very special. This one is called Giants and Wizards and Dwarves. Giants, Wizards, and Dwarves was the game to play. Being left in charge of about 80 children, 7 to 10 years old, while their parents were off doing parenty things, I mustered my troops in the church social hall and explained the game. It's a large-scale version of rock, paper, and scissors, and involves some intellectual decision-making. But the real purpose of the game is to make a whole lot of noise and run around chasing people until nobody knows which side you're on or who won. Organizing a room full of wired-up grade schoolers into 2 teams, explaining the rudiments of the game, achieving consensus on group identity, all this is no mean accomplishment, but we did it with the right goodwill, and we were ready to go. The excitement of the chase had reached a critical mass. I yelled out, "You have to decide now! Which are you? A giant, a wizard, or a dwarf?" While the groups huddled in frenzied, whispered consultation, a tug came on my pant leg. A small child stands there looking up and asks in a small, concerned voice, "Where do the mermaids stand?" A long pause. A very long pause. "Where do the mermaids stand?" says I. "Yes, you see, I am a mermaid." "There are no such things as mermaids." "Oh yes, I am one." She did not relate to being a giant, a wizard, or a dwarf. She knew her category, mermaid, and was not about to leave the game and go over and stand against the wall where a loser would stand. She intended to participate wherever mermaids fit into the scheme of things. Without giving up dignity or identity, she took it for granted that there was a place for mermaids, and that I would know just where. Well, where do the mermaids stand? All the mermaids, all those who are different, who do not fit the norm, and who do not accept the available boxes and pigeonholes. Answer that question, and you can build a school, a nation, and a world around it. What was my answer at that moment? Every once in a while I get it right and say just the right thing. "The mermaid stands right here, right next to the king of the sea," says I. Yes, right here, right next to the king's fool, I thought to myself. So we stood there hand in hand, reviewing the troops of wizards and giants and dwarfs as they rolled by in wild disarray. It's not true, by the way, that mermaids do not exist. I know at least one personally. I have held her hand. So, if that's not beautiful, I don't know what is. But it does make me think that as preppers and as people who choose to live a prepared lifestyle, you knew I was getting around to something, didn't you? That we don't fit that norm or that box or that pigeonhole. And a lot of times there are people running around all around us in a complete disarray and in a mass of confusion, not knowing what direction to take, while we stand there and just watch. We know where we belong, we know where we stand, and we know exactly where we fit. We just have to find each other, and when we do, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So, I hope that catches you up, and I hope that inspires you, and I hope that you will go and find Mr. Fulgham for yourself and be totally enraptured in his literature. So, I guess that'll do it for this week. I'll see ya!